The killer was right behind her, but the deaf-mute girl was completely unaware. As the frequency of the Wealthcat's drumming increased, the girl finally discovered it. The sound of the gong suddenly stopped, and the girl turned her head. The murderer held an axe and chopped it towards her. Fortunately, the axe hit the table, and the girl escaped unharmed. Taking advantage of the axe getting stuck, the girl escaped into the bedroom and blocked the door, taking the opportunity to send a distress message to the injured girl's brother. Unexpectedly, the serial killer swung his axe and split open the door. At the critical moment, the girl jumped directly from upstairs, but as soon as she jumped out of the window, she was grabbed by the killer's hair tightly. The girl could only pinch his hand with force, and the killer could only throw her down. The girl fell into the garbage dump downstairs, and the killer threw an axe directly at her. The girl quickly dodged, and the killer was very angry. In the pitch black night, the girl ran desperately, but was stuck in a dead end. Faced with the man approaching step by step, she was determined to resist, and at this moment, the girl's brother arrived. The man proposed a deal: either save his sister according to the location, or save the girl and then commit suicide so that he can never find his sister. The girl's brother ultimately chose to leave. However, when he arrived at the address given by the serial killer, he realized that this was the girl's home, and there was no trace of his sister here, only the girl's mother. At this moment, the girl had already been pressed under the stool, with only disappointment in human nature in her eyes. It wasn't until she saw the man's mouth shake, intending to hurt her mother, that her eyes reignited with determination. Her mother was her only weakness. The girl threw sand on his face, and the serial killer bravely avoided it. She took the opportunity to escape. During the escape, the girl caught her brother's injured sister falling on the roadside. She could have escaped to the police station alone, but chose to stay behind and settle the girl, leaving her phone and leading away the killer to the crowded pedestrian street. But the crowd was indifferent. No one paid attention to her plea for help, and she was even sent back to the killer by kind-hearted people. In the alley, the man approached with a sinister smile. The girl's brother turned back in time, and the two fought fiercely. The killer fought desperately to gain the upper hand. Upon learning that the girl's mother was nearby, he turned around to attack her, intending to completely destroy her. The girl anxiously searched and finally saw her mother. In order to protect her, she chose an extreme way, using silent resistance to intimidate the murderer. The girl grabbed the murderer's hand and stabbed the knife into her abdomen. The serial killer was momentarily stunned and suddenly pushed the girl to the ground. Looking at the crowd of people discussing around him, he couldn't believe that he had been played with by a deaf-mute person. The girl extended her finger and silently mocked the other person. The serial killer became angry and embarrassed. Just as he was about to charge towards the girl, the police who arrived shot him collectively and sent him to hell. Finally, she fell asleep peacefully in her mother's arms.